Where the hell did that come from? I... My mind is blown right now, guys. My mind is just literally blown right now. But as you guys know, spoilers for the episode of Survivor that just aired, and this one was a doozy. Okay, so last chance, last warning. Click out if you don't want to be spoiled, and it's on you now. So, as we saw from the last episode, Danny gave her fire token to Denise. Denise, got her little package, opened it up, received it, and okay, here's the fire token. Danny gave it to me, so alright, so we're gonna move on from there. So so the new majority on the Sele tribe, they're still talking about wanting to get rid of Parvati because she's going to be the more dangerous one in the long run. And so I guess, hold on a second here. That's better. So I guess this kind of becomes the plan. And there we go. So I guess this kind of becomes the plan for later down the road. But yeah, and then you get Adam. The plan's in motion. Adam doesn't really have to do anything, but he does do something. He actually goes over and tells Ethan that their plan is to get rid of Parvati, which you don't do. Boston Rob and Ethan and Parvati, they're tight alliance right now. So, when you tell one person in a tight alliance that, hey, we're going to vote out this person that's also in your tight alliance, then the third person's also going to find out about it eventually, right? Now, meanwhile, back at DeCall, Tyson, he finally starts kind of putting his hat in the ring and just coming up with his own little ideas and all that. Just comes out and just talks to Yule and Sophie and says, hey, here's the deal, Sandra, she's gonna be the more dangerous one in the long run. So she's already won this game twice. So wouldn't it make sense to just get rid of her early on? Because she's gonna just cause havoc and chaos for everyone else further down the road. And Yule, in his confessional, is like, Tyson's a huge threat, but he's bringing up the point that Sandra is a much bigger threat. So would it make more sense to take Sandra out now? So the talk's working. The chit chat between Tyson and his plan to get rid of Sandra, it's in the works. It's in the works. So there's a little bit more going on. Then all of a sudden, Sandra catches a shark. she caught a shark of all things. So now Yule's thinking, Sandra, she's providing for us. She's good morale for us. Maybe we shouldn't get rid of her yet. So the Tyson's plan just right out of the water, pretty much. Now, meanwhile, back on the edge of extinction, here comes another puzzle. And, it involves a combination lock, and what Natalie, Amber, and Danny have to figure out is what's the combination by using the simple, everyday, but by using the simple everyday items that are just kind of lying around at their camp and all that, and Amber, she starts to suspect that the numbers that are on like the crates, the maybe the bottles and all that, maybe that's the number of the combination. So she tries that number out, doesn't work. Natalie starts to think maybe it's the number of shells on the little necklaces. So she figures out what those numbers are. She goes back up to the puzzle, solves it. It was the number on the shells. So now she wins the next advantage to give to another player of their choice, and she gives it to Sarah from the Call tribe. And what it is that it's a challenge. It's both an advantage, but it's also a challenge for Sarah. So what it is that it's a steal a vote advantage. You know, she gets the opportunity to claim a steal a vote advantage for herself to use later on in the game. The twist is, it's at the other tribe's camp inside one of their torches. So she has to sneak in later that night and go on a stealth mission to retrieve the steal a vote advantage from the torch that it's currently hiding in. So yeah, this is an interesting development here. You know, the only other time they did this was last season when now I'm blanking on his name. I had his name. I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but he was tasked by Boston Rob and Sandra to go to the other tribe's camp and steal their fire. And I thought that was interesting. I thought that was an interesting little task that, you know, the players had to do in order to get the advantages. So Sarah goes to the Sale tribe, finds the torch with the steal a vote, and claims it. She gets it. She's gone. She almost got caught by Ben though, so that was the tricky one there. Next challenge for immunity and reward. It involves a series of obstacles, including jumping ramps and getting this little anchor ball from off of a hook, and then using that anchor ball as a rope ladder to climb up a wall. Then using a human ladder to scale the other wall, which led to a puzzle. This challenge started off so one-sided. You know, it looked like, you know, the Call was just going to win like that. No contest at all, because Sale was really far behind. And so the Call has a huge lead, but Sale, led by Boston Rob, you know, leads a comeback, and suddenly the puzzle is the deciding factor of this challenge, which everyone knows Boston Rob's a pro at. So right out of the gate of the puzzle, Sale catches up. All of a sudden, puzzle's tied. With just a lot of more pieces left, and, you know, I'm thinking, you know, with Boston Rob being such a grand master of puzzles and all that, you know, he's gonna just tear through this puzzle now, because he's got the momentum already. But the pressure got to him, and the Call took the lead back and won the challenge by one puzzle piece. That's what's been great about this season, though. The challenges are either just total blowouts, or they're minute closeness that turn the tide. So, Tribal Council's looming, and, you know, the five of Adam, Denise, Ben, Jeremy, and Michelle are all set to vote Parvati out. But then Adam decides, you know what? I want to get in good with Boston Rob after this Parvati vote, because I want to be able to play with him long term. So what does he do? He goes to Boston Rob, tells him, hey, we're voting out your closest ally tonight. You don't do that. You don't do that, because now that Boston Rob has this information, guess what he's going to do? He's going to tell your allies about it. And that's exactly what he does. He goes over and says, Adam just spilled the beans on the whole plan. I know you guys are going to vote Parvati out. So now, this new majority alliance is starting to scramble. And, you know, they're thinking, okay, so, yeah, we need to consider, should we target someone else in that group? Should we go for Adam? And, you know, that just, you know, made the most logical sense. You know, go after Adam. You know, he's not going to, he has nowhere to turn. He would have been an easy vote out. So they get to Tribal Council, and then just all of a sudden, as the votes are coming out, there's 1 vote for Parvati, 3 votes for Adam, and the rest of the votes on Ethan. And I'm just thinking to myself, where the hell did Ethan come from? What? They voted out Ethan. I didn't even realize that was an option going into that Tribal Council. Huge blindside. And it's so exhilarating when a move happens that blindsides the audience. I love plays like that. It's so much fun. And this whole season's been like that at least a couple times. Wow. Huge move. Did not see that coming. But yeah, Ethan on his way to Edge of Extinction gives his fire token to Parvati, and the episode ends. And I'm just blown away by that, guys. I'm blown away. I thought for sure it was going to be Adam. So for this game to pull a fast one on me, even, it's awesome. I'm really digging this season already. But yeah, you know, I'll see you guys next Wednesday for another one. Now, before we go, one last thing I want to point out for those who are watching. I said that I said in my last Saturday Night Scares live stream that I would do another Scares video for yesterday, but I didn't do it, and also I won't be doing it again on Saturday. And the reason for that is, if you have been following me, you already know, but if you don't, the reason is because this video right here that that's here now, this is video 199 on my channel, which makes the next video my 200th video. So and you know, I kind of have this tradition that when I reach a 100 video in the 100th category and all that, I do something big. I do something grand and all that. I know I've only done it once, but I want to keep doing it like this. So for my 200th video, I'm going to be doing an up to 7-hour live stream of Spider-Man PS4. I did part 1 of it back for my 100th video series. I'll leave a link in the description to that video below. And so yeah, I won't be doing a Scares stream for Saturday, but I will get back on my regular schedule with that after the Spider-Man stream. So I will also see you guys next Wednesday for episode 4 of my Survivor recap series. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.